Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for being here today for our very first monthly group meditation. This experience is designed to build on the powerful wave of peace we co-created together during our global solstice event, where we gathered meditators from 23 different countries and over 30 different spiritual leaders and groups from around the world, where we explored the many different practices of meditation, and we meditated for 6 hours, honoring the newly established UN World Day of Meditation on December 21st. Again, in presence, intention, and collective care. I'm Lauren Lamore, co-founder and executive director of the Millions Meditating Alliance, and the Alliance was officially established on January 1st, 2025, and came together to amplify the message of the newly established World Day of Meditation, whose message is simple and powerful. A regular practice of meditation can have a profoundly positive effect on our personal health and well-being, and beyond that for all sentient beings on this beautiful planet that we share. So thank you once again for your presence here with us today. And to start us off and set the tone for our next hour together, please enjoy our theme song, Now is the Time, by Kristen Hoffman.
This piece has never been written, so please, I invite you to send your love, your light, your intention into the field that we are sharing, and we will see what wants to be birthed through this soul light Om vibration music. Infinite blessings.
I hope you enjoyed our theme song. It always opens my heart when I listen to it and frankly gives me a goosebump or two as well. For those of you who are just joining us now, I'm Lauren Lamore, Executive Director of the Millions Meditating Alliance. Welcome, welcome. Join us for the next 55 minutes or so. That piece was created specifically for the Millions Meditating event by the incredibly talented Kristen Hoffman. Kristen creates what she calls a soul om. She tunes into the collective energy of the field surrounding an event and then intuitively calls in and composes a song on the spot for that particular event and movement. And that's exactly what she did for us. The song is entitled "The Time Is Now to Tune In." And as we know, when we take time to tune in and remember the truth of who we are, a spiritual being having a human experience, we become empowered and courageous enough to live that truth in its fuller expression. You can find the longer version on the YouTube channel, along with many beautiful meditations from our partners. I highly recommend giving it a listen. You can also find the full event replay on the channel as well. And speaking of events, today we are honored to welcome back a powerful spiritual leader who has become a deeply beloved partner of the Millions Meditating Alliance. In just a moment, we'll have the privilege of meditating together once again with the Reverend Dr. Iyanla Vanzant. But first, we'd love to hear from you. We have some people joining us here live in the Zoom and on our YouTube channel. Let us know in the chat where you're calling in from to join us to meditate today. Before I hand the stage over to the fabulous Sandy Sedgbeer and Iyanla Vanzant, I'd love to share what we have planned for you for the hour together. I hope you'll be able to stay with us until the end, but if not, no worries. The full replay will be available on the YouTube channel. We'll begin with a rich conversation between Sandy and Iyanla, talking about her latest work, Spiritual Hygiene. And from there, we'll open the lines for a live Q&A. And finally, we'll close our time together with a deep, nourishing group meditation led by Dr. Vanzant. I want to be sure to express gratitude to our sponsor, Akasha Codes, for making this event possible, and our new partner, Villa Ocaso, and our media partners, Humanity's Team and Living the One Light, for helping us to spread the word. And one last invitation before we begin. As you may know, today is January 11th, and for those who follow numerology, it's also a 1 year. So we felt it the perfect moment to launch something we're calling the 1111 Club to help keep the energy going and flowing. What is it? It's simple, it's completely free. This is a practice I've been sharing with my clients for the past few years. It's a gentle, powerful way to tune in to yourself on a daily basis, connect with like-hearted beings around the globe, and then send a little love and peace back out into the world. Here's how it works. You set your alarm for 11:11 a.m. or p.m., 7 days a week. When the alarm goes off, set your timer for just 2 minutes. The first minute is for you. Just pause and tune in, check in, see where you're at. Maybe you take a few deep breaths, do a little tapping, maybe you do a PQ rep or two, whatever feels right for you in the moment. Once you feel a bit of coherence, you spend the second minute imagining that goodness, light, and love radiating back out into the world, to your home, your neighborhood, town, country, the world, visualizing what a loving and peaceful world looks and feels like. So that's it. It's super simple. It's free. It's a profound sacred habit, and you can do it anywhere, except when you're driving. Probably. There's a couple others, but you can pretty much do it anywhere. And it truly makes a difference for you and for the world. We'll put all the details where you can find out more about this in the description section of the replay. You'll also find us posting regularly on Facebook and Instagram. And now it's time to turn the program over to my dear friend, Sandy Sedgbeer and Reverend Dr. Iyanla Vanzant. Sandy Sedgbeer is a co-founder of the Millions Meditating Alliance, an author, TV radio host and founder of the No BS Spiritual Book Club podcast, and creator of the writing class Awakening Your Inner Storyteller. I understand there may be a waiting list open for her March class. So without further ado, welcome Sandy Sedgbeer.
Thank you, Lauren. I'm really glad to be here. The Millions Meditating Alliance grew out of a simple experience. When people pause together, even briefly, something changes. You can feel it. Today is simply a chance to pause, to notice where we are and what we're carrying before we do anything else. And there's no one better suited to guide that pause than our guest today, Reverend Dr. Iyanla Vanzant, New York Times bestselling author, spiritual teacher, beloved TV personality, and a guiding voice for both this gathering and the wider Millions Meditating movement. Iyanla, it's good to be back with you again.
Morning. Good morning. I know it's not morning where you are, but
No, it's good evening. But there's no such thing as time.
yes.
So I think we can all agree the world feels a bit mad right now. People are reacting in ways they've never imagined they would or felt capable of a few years ago. Now, Yanda, you've often said that people aren't broken, they're overloaded. What does that overload look to you right now?
Mhm. What it looks like right now, I think, is a lot of fear and emotional deregulation. I mean, every day there's something new, something to respond to, something that gets your attention. In addition, that's in the world. But what about your own life? Just trying to manage, groceries, gas, work, children, family. So that is why this, to me, feels like the perfect time to practice spiritual hygiene, which is the practice of keeping your inner life clean and clear and governed rightly, governed by those things that are going to elevate you, support you, encourage you, edify you. Just as the body requires cleansing to maintain to remain healthy, the heart, the soul, the spirit, so does the internal self. Those things require cleaning, the way we brush our teeth and wash our hair. So spiritual hygiene is the way to go at this time.
Well, you've been living this for years. What made you decide to write a book about it now?
Because the world to me is going crazy and crazy. I mean,
Mm.
just this week alone. Um, and as the energy becomes more chaotic and confused, and there's so much againstness, so much division, fear rises. And without spiritual hygiene, I know in my life, without spiritual hygiene, without the daily practice of cleaning my insides, thoughts accumulate, fear takes a seat, it begins to disguise itself as logic, past pain gets triggered, and then we use that to assess what we're seeing and experiencing. And over time, this congestion, mental and emotional congestion, it drains us. It drains our vitality. It weakens our capacity to make good choices and respond to life. So, just based on my experience with what I see going on in the world, I said, okay, folks have got to start cleaning up from the inside out.
In spiritual hygiene, you talk about keeping our inner lives clean in the same way that we attend to our physical space. When people hear that phrase for the first time, what do you most hope that they understand rather than misunderstand about what you mean?
I hope that they get that the same way your teeth can't brush themselves, your hair can't wash itself, your body doesn't clean itself, that your inner life, cleaning your inner life, is not accidental. It has to be practiced. And spiritual hygiene is about cleaning the inside. And meditation is one free way, one accessible, available free way that we can clean our inner self. So I hope people, don't hear that they're dirty, because hygiene is not about achieving some sense of perfection. It's about maintenance.
Yeah.
It's about
Mm.
maintenance, you know? So the same way we do it for the outside, I'm calling us to do it for the inside.
Many people think about meditation as a way to cope or to escape. You always speak about it as a way to tell the truth to ourselves. Can you say a little bit more about that?
Well, when we still the mind and we allow the congestion to dissipate, you know, meditation is the way we become present enough to ourselves, within ourselves, to observe what's governing, what is leading, what is pushing. It's through the stillness, through the breath, through the conscious attention of meditation that we create an inner space so that we can identify, is this real? Is this not real? Is this truth? Is this distortion? And that's what meditation helps us do. Tune out the outside, tune in the inside, not as an escape, but as an attempt to really cleanse and clear the mind and the heart.
Mm. In your new book, Spiritual Hygiene, you don't shy away from the fact that this work has been shaped by what you've been through personally: loss, disappointment, hard reckonings. How did those moments deepen your understanding of what it really means to keep your inner life clean?
Mm. One of the things that I've learned, through the many challenges, I used to pray, God, take it away, God, take it away. And what I learned is if God takes this away, then what's being developed within me will never manifest. So
Mm.
instead of praying for the challenges and the difficulties to stop, I asked instead, what do I need to do to move through this and with elegant grace and ease so that I could get the fruit of the challenge and not just the suffering and the struggle. We don't want to face difficulties. We want to go through, but if you don't face those difficulties, if we don't know how to get through the challenges, the issues, then we don't develop within the strength and the resources that we need just to get through everyday life.
You know, going back to the beginning of our conversation, what you've said just then is exactly what we all should be doing right now to get through this crazy time that we're living in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, and again, we want it to go away. Everything is purposeful. Let's start there. Everything is purposeful. So if it's purposeful, then I want to be able to tap into the purpose and get the fruits of it. Even what's going on in the world today, we're over here in the US, we've got major upset going on. And as opposed to taking a side or dismissing it or ignoring it, how do we get through it? And what do we learn as a result of going through it? We want to do the same thing in our personal life, whether it's a divorce or a health challenge or some level of upset within yourself. It could be an addiction, it could be a behavioral problem. You want to know how to get to the other side
Mm.
with as much elegance, meaning you get the greatest reward with the least amount of effort. Grace, meaning that you find a support and assistance as you're going through it. And peace is possible. You don't have to like it, but you do want to get to the other side.
Yeah. Thank you, Iyanla. A brief conversation, but my goodness, rich with inspiration. We're going to bring two members of our community on screen now, both of whom have spent time with Iyanla's book, Spiritual Hygiene, and have questions they'd like to explore with you. I'll step outside while you're with them, and I'll be back shortly to guide us into the meditation.
Okay.
You had touched on this a bit already. So my question was, what would you recommend to help me relinquish control? Yeah, that's a big one.
Do you want me to help you or do you want to relinquish control?
So I want to relinquish control. I guess I was thinking more along the line of what tools, when you kind of slip back into wanting to control situations, other people's situations, how do you release those and either give them back to the person or even my own, my business, my marriage, whatever it is, to kind of release control?
Well, you've got to understand what the control serves.
Hmm.
What's the control serve? What does you being in control serve? Is it because you're just a perfectionist? Is it because you don't feel safe? Is it because of fear? It's not about the control. You've got to get to the underbelly of the control. So
Right,
identifying what it is, what is the benefit of you being in control? What's the benefit?
right. I think it's all of the above, to be honest. Um, definitely fear. Definitely fear is the underlying. I would say just to kind of perfectionism, absolutely. But I've realized that when I release control, things get better. So I logically can do that, but I still am having moments that I cannot just release it. You know, I have a child who needs guidance, but it's hard for me to release my control over that.
I
Every aspect. So I think it is fear definitely is the base piece here.
Well, that's where you have to go. You have to resolve the fear, not
Right.
manage the control.
Right.
Control, manage.
Right.
Fear is at the root of it. And whenever there's a fear, there's also a lack of trust.
Yes. Yeah.
So, it's complex.
Right.
So you can approach it one or two ways.
Mhm.
You can go in and really start identifying what is the fear. And, we're going to do some of that in the meditation
Oh,
today.
great.
Uh, Also, in the book Spiritual Hygiene, I would encourage you to look at the voices of trauma
Okay.
because the voices of trauma speak in ways that support. So, for example, you may have a voice of trauma of abandonment or
Hmm.
rejection. It
Hmm.
may be an inherited script. It's something that you inherited that's not even yours.
Right.
So I would say look at those things so that you can get to the root of the fear. So you can approach it by dissolving the fear, which is probably the better way to go, or you can really start looking at your issues around trust,
Right.
trusting yourself, trusting God's source creator. Where did that trust get broken? How did it get broken? And
Mhm.
what can you do to begin to reestablish an internal sense of trust? Because when you're trusting, fear may come up, but when you can lean back into trust, it dissipates much quicker.
Right.
So that's what I would say. You get to choose.
Yeah. No, it all totally resonated with me. And I appreciate it already. A bunch of things in your book have definitely, yeah, especially with my son. It definitely, I felt like, oh, she understands it.
Yeah, yeah,
Gets
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Well, good luck. And
Thank you
good
so
luck
much.
with whichever way you choose to go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Lauren is gonna speak about a worksheet that I have that'll support the meditation we do today, where you can work through it. You can work through that fear. I begin to understand what's ruling, what's sitting
Right.
in the throne.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. What is the most frequent thing you get asked, Iyanla, about this book?
Um, the most frequent thing I get asked is, how do I get somebody who's influencing my life to practice spiritual hygiene?
And the answer is?
You can't get anybody to practice spiritual hygiene. What you can do is you can practice spiritual hygiene, and that way their influence on your life will be minimized. We're trained and taught to look out. What did they do? What did they say? What they did upset me? No. What they did or how they be is triggering something that's inside. The congestion is yours. The upset is yours. The trigger is yours. And through spiritual hygiene, you lessen the frequency, the energy of that thing, so that no matter what comes at you, um, you have clear boundaries, you have a clear place to regulate yourself, and what they're doing doesn't bother you to the same degree.
Yeah. So from where you're sitting, what seems to be clouding people's inner clarity right now?
Fear.
Just
Fear.
fear.
Yeah.
Mm.
People are afraid of everything. I would say fear is number one, whether it's the job, whether it's the actions of the government, whether it's the war, money, uh, fear is number one. And the second thing, Sandy, that I find is creating more disturbance for people is againstness. Againstness. Just not allowing someone to see it, feel it, think it, experience it different than you do. And so it's, if you don't believe what I believe, then you're wrong. And if they don't, because of the way they see it, they're wrong. Or maybe I'm wrong because I don't see it the way they see it. This againstness, oh my goodness, it's just, um, it's crazy. I don't know what else to say. And that's why spiritual hygiene is so critical. And let me tell you why we call it hygiene as opposed to self help or healing, or it's hygiene because it must become a routine. It can't be occasional. It is preventative. The more hygiene you practice and the cleaner you are inside, the less reactive you become. It's also not, you're not trying to fix anything, change anything, correct anything. You're clearing accumulation. Most of what triggers us today is not based on what's going on today. It's based on what has gone on and what we tell ourselves about it.
Yeah.
And most important of all, it restores clarity and function so that we can function from our highest self, not from our lowest fear.
You know, I think that at the base of fear is the unknown.
Yes.
What would you say to people how to sit with the unknown and just be with it? How would you encourage people to do
The,
that?
the thing is, Sandy, we do that every day. We're sitting right here, right now. We don't know what's coming when this is over. The
True.
we know what's coming with what's over. So it's not about fear of the unknown. It's the fear of not being able to control the unknown.
Mm.
Which also boils down to fear. When we don't feel safe inside, when we don't feel safe in our environment, when we have congestion about what happened when we weren't in control, those are the things that our spiritual hygiene, the practice of tending to our inner life, will clear up so that we don't react. You can have the fear to the unknown, but do you react to it? Or do you know how to regulate yourself as you move through it? That's the key.
Yeah. Iyanla, thank you for meeting these questions with such presence. As we move into the meditation, I'd love to ask you just one final question.
Okay.
As you guide us into the meditation, what would you gently invite people to hold in mind for themselves?
I would invite people to drop below the neck. Drop all of your energy below the neck because the mind is what we're trying to clean up. Get in your body, somatic. One of the things about spiritual hygiene is bringing all of you to the presence. And we can't get into all of us through the mind. We can get it to all of us through the heart. So even right now, I would say just take a moment and settle in your body. Settle in your body. Put your feet flat on the floor. Make sure nothing is crossed. And just allow yourself to sit or lie down in a way that you feel supported. And just pay a little attention. Allow your mind to wander down to your feet. Maybe wiggle your toes. When was the last time you said good morning to your toes? Your feet. How did your heels feel? How does your arch feel? Now bring that awareness up to your ankles. Now into the lower part of your leg, all the way up to your calf. Just be present there. Just think there. Just send energy there. Come up to your knees. We'll complain about our knees, but how much attention do we pay to them? Come across your knees now into your thighs. Inner thigh, outer thigh, back of thigh, all the way up to your hips. Breathing along the way, just settle into your body. If you're sitting, allow yourself to feel supported by the chair. You don't have to worry about what the chair is going to do. If you surrender to the chair, it will do its job. Now, let your shoulders soften. Make sure your jaw is unclenched. I always say, relax your tongue in your mouth, and your entire body will relax. Now, begin to breathe slowly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale slowly through the mouth. On the inhale, try to expand the stomach, and exhale through the mouth. And again, notice, drop your attention down into your body. You can focus right in the center of your chest. Just bring your awareness, your attention, your energy down to the center of your chest. Inhale. Exhale. You can see it, feel it, imagine it, intend it to be so. That you've got a nose in the center of your chest. And inhale right through that nose and exhale through the mouth. Now we're going to box the breath. We're going to regulate it. Relax the shoulders. Relax the belly. Relax your tongue in your mouth. And inhale. Hold the breath. Nothing is required of you in this moment. Exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale. Don't inhale. And relax. Again, inhale through the nose. You're not here to fix yourself. You're here to clean your inner space. Hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale. And relax. Allow this thought form to fill your mind, your heart, your being, your body. I am here. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale. And relax. Allow this thought form to Fill your mind, your heart. I am safe. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale and relax. Now turn all of your awareness, your energy, your attention within. Nothing to do. Just see, feel, imagine, intend it to be so. That everything present in you is focused within you. Bring your awareness inward to receive this truth that just as the body gathers residue from living, the inner life gathers residue from thinking and feeling, hearing and seeing. Thoughts accumulate, emotions leave impressions, experiences leave traces. This does not mean there's anything wrong with you. It means you're alive. Inhale. I am here. I am safe. Hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale. I am here. I am safe. And relax. Inhale. And imagine something. It can be water, it can be light, it can be air. Gently washing, cleansing your inner space. Exhale. Inhale that light, that water, that sound. It's not scrubbing, not forcing, just allowing what needs to be released with the exhale. Inhale, cleansing light, water, sound. Inhale. This is maintenance. Exhale. And relax. Allow your nervous system to soften, to relax. Nothing to fear. You are here. You are safe. The same way you don't shame yourself for bathing. Don't criticize yourself for washing your hands. There's no judgment here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Relax the shoulders. Relax the belly. Breathing gently. Now bring your awareness, your attention back into your head, into the temples. The temples, either side, both sides, or one side. Just breathe in, breathe out. Allow that awareness to fill the entire top of your head. Breathe in, breathe out. And just notice heaviness, clutter, repetition. Don't analyze, don't question, just notice. With your attention, focus right on your head. Now gently, we want to inhale, exhale through the mouth, and hold this thought form. What has accumulated may now be released. Inhale. And as you exhale, just imagine your mind becoming clear and quiet and spacious. Exhale. Again, inhale. What has accumulated in my mind may now be released. Exhale. And just relax, surrender, and notice. No fixing, no changing, no questioning, just notice. And if you see, feel, identify clutter, heaviness, a repetitive thought, what has accumulated may now be released. Inhale and exhale. Now bring your awareness back down to your heart, in the center of your chest. Slowly, don't rush, take your time. Focusing all of your attention, your awareness, your energy, your essence on your heart. Notice, is there emotional residue? Not to relive it, not to explain it, just acknowledge its presence. Is it sadness? Is it grief? Is it sorrow, anger, bitterness, resentment? Inhale. Just notice. Exhale. Now, with your awareness, your attention, your energy focused on your heart, hold this thought form. I now choose to release what no longer serves my well-being. Inhale and exhale. Focusing on your chest, your heart. I now choose to release what no longer serves my well-being. Inhale and exhale and relax. Notice, just be aware. And if there is a tinge of anything that doesn't feel whole, clear, hold the thought form. I now release what no longer serves my well-being, my joy, my peace. Inhale and exhale. Rest in this understanding that spiritual hygiene restores wholeness and function. It's not about perfection. Even though you brush your teeth every day, you still have to go to the dentist. Spiritual hygiene is your dentist. It returns you to authority and truth rather than fear. Spiritual hygiene allows clarity and autonomy and authenticity to emerge naturally. Stay focused on your breath, knowing you are not emptying yourself. You are simply making room within for more truth, more peace, more joy. Take one final breath in. Hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale. And relax into the thought, I am here, I am safe. This time we want to breathe in deeply and let it out with a sound. Again, breathe. Excuse me. Breathe deeply in And let it out with a sound. Ha, 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 whatever the sound is. Wiggle your toes, your fingers. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes and gently return to this moment, bringing clarity and peace with you. Know that a clean inner life is not without challenge, but it's one that's tended to with awareness and honesty and care. You're here, you are safe. And so we breathe in, we breathe out, and we say thank you. I say thank you.
And we say thank you to you, Iyanla. That was really profound and beautiful. Perfect for the time.
Good.
Yeah, we're not going for perfection.
No,
We're just showing up.
yeah.
Yeah, I love
And I
that.
think that's important for us to understand, because we've gone through a period of spiritual awakening, if you will, and personal work where we're always trying to fix ourselves. Let me fix this, let me change that, let me get rid of this, let me do that. No, no. Hygiene is about maintaining the truth because the truth is already in there. Your power, your sovereignty, your authenticity, it's already in there. And what we want to do is remove the residue and the smog. We want to clear out the clutter so that those things begin to come to the surface. And meditation and breath is simply one way that we can do it. And it's free. That's what I keep telling everybody. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can do it naked. You can do it in the bathroom, in the bed. You can do it in the kitchen. It's free. Clear out the clutter as soon as you recognize it. And like I said, for us here in the US, right now, this week has just been, we're not even 13 days into the new month. And the resolutions and the vision for this year are already becoming contaminated. So let's keep ourselves clean.
Amen to that. Thank you so much for your time. We are at the top of the hour. I wanted to just let everyone know that in the chats, Iyanla did graciously supply us with a worksheet, so you can go deeper with this meditation at any time. We're also going to separate out Iyanla's meditation and put it on our YouTube channel. So if you want to revisit it, please feel free to do it, and I would highly recommend that you do. And we just learned that if Iyanla is actually going to do a live event on January 25th. Very excited about this. So if you can be in Maryland on the 25th, please do join Iyanla. The link will also be in the chat there. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the event, Iyanla?
Well, we've been doing Zoom and StreamYard and everything for so long. One of the reasons some of us have such poor spiritual hygiene right now is because we've been alone in our head without adult supervision. And we need to gather. So I'm going to be in the Washington, D.C. area on January 25th doing spiritual hygiene, the inside fix, doing a lesson and a process and a lesson and a process so that we can come together. Because, Lauren, I am just amazed at the number of people who are lonely,
Oh, yeah. It's an
you know?
epidemic.
So just like this community, the meditating community, people, we want to come together. We want to be together. We want to gather. So I said, okay, I've been home too for the past 4 or 5 years. I think this is my first public appearance in I don't even know how many years where I'm gathering folk. Let's do the work together. Let's get it off on the right start early in the year
Oh,
and
amen.
be in community.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't think of a better person to lead that charge either, Ayanla. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And thank you to everyone for joining us here today. As I said, we'll create a sort of separation for the meditation. You want to revisit it, All of the Ayanla's links are in the chats. Please visit her page, her book, if you haven't bought it. I know a lot of you have already bought it and read it and highlighted it all over the place. I know I have. But if you haven't, it is a real treat. So please do yourself a favor and grab a copy of the book. Thank you all so much. We will see you soon. Thank you again, Dr. Vanzant.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Namaste, everyone.